Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So today I just want to talk about. Did you guys hear that? Anyway, um, so today I just want to talk about how to finish more songs because I've been. Who said that? What? Huh? What? What do you want? Where's this coming from?
Keep scrolling, keep scrolling, deep
Oh,
in
no.
the darkest recesses of your file manager. You abandoned us!
Look, I'm sorry, okay? I said I was gonna get back to you. I just, I get busy sometimes, I'm sorry.
Finish us. You must finish us and complete the prophecy. Finish
Out of
us!
my head.
Finish
Leave me
us!
alone. Well, that's enough for me. Sorry that you had to see that, guys. Anyway, welcome back to the channel. I'm sure you've dealt with the same exact thing, but today, if you want to learn how to finish more songs, how to stay motivated when things get tough, and how to get them to shut up, make sure you watch to the end of the video, and also make sure you leave a like and subscribe to follow me on my journey of trying to be a full-time music producer. Anyway, let's get into it. I'm what you would call an obsessive person, and I think you kind of have to be to pursue this crazy life as a musician. Just this morning, I spent like an hour comping a vocal for one of my newer songs and going syllable by syllable trying to make it perfect. And before that, I spent another hour recording that take. Not that I think the takes are bad or anything, but it just wasn't hitting my ear right, In Billie Eilish's latest interview with Zane Lowe, her and Phineas were actually talking about the exact same thing, how they even though Billie's an amazing singer, they'll still go word by word, syllable by syllable to get that perfect take.
She has such a good ear, and I'm just a puppet when it comes to comping her vocal because she's so meticulous. And I can comp a vocal, no prob. I've been doing it forever, but she got better and better at knowing I liked this take and I like this word from this take and like this word.
And they have more Grammys than I could even count. So if they're doing it, I must be on the right path. I'm not an amazing singer like Billie or anything, but I just wish it was a lot easier for me to get through that recording process.
Baby, you can try to fight it, don't let go. Baby, you can try to fight it, don't let
It's I know so many people, like my boy Source, my friend Tia, and they can just bang out a whole song in just one take. For me, I've always had to chip away at it so slowly, and it just gets so frustrating sometimes. Same thing when I'm recording guitar or anything like that. I can rehearse a million times, but when it comes to recording, it feels like I just forget how to play the guitar. And don't even get me started on mixing. Leave a comment if you've ever titled a track, "I swear to God and everything that is holy, this is the final mix," only for it to immediately fail the car test. And I'm dead serious about having tracks from 2019 sitting on my hard drive. A lot of those I made over quarantine while I was in college, and during that time I was just learning so many new things and experimenting and trying new sounds that I have mad throwaway tracks that will probably never see the light of day. Some grew into amazing songs like my debut single Rollin', but most are probably gonna sit in that folder forever. Even right now, I have about 20 tracks in a folder that I initially wanted to turn into an album, and then I broke that down into 2 EPs, and now I'm just gonna release them as singles over the next year or so. I think that's just kind of part of the process of being a musician, sitting on tracks forever, and yeah, I'm gonna put that on that next album, or yeah, I'm totally gonna release that, but then just never doing it. I don't know if it's just me, but I know the reason I usually don't put these tracks out is because I feel like they don't fully represent what I'm trying to do. Not that they're bad or anything or don't like them, it's just that I feel like I'm not doing them justice, so I don't want to put out anything subpar into the world, especially with how fast everything moves these days, and I just don't want it to get drowned out. There's just no room for music that you truly don't believe in, especially with TikTok and social media and everything moving the industry so fast. And I can't even blame myself for wanting to be a perfectionist like this, because just look at all the people that I've looked up to my whole life, like Billie and Phineas, and they're, them just making the tiniest slices on a vocal. And I bet those vocal takes were amazing because she's Billie Eilish, but they took their time to make these takes perfect, and it shows in their work. Or you get dudes like Michael Jackson, the king of pop. He would practice dancing hours every day. It was like a religious experience for him.
I really am. Like when there are off days and there is no show, I'm up at night dancing just the same. It's really strange. Guess I'm an addict. Can't help it.
That dude was literally born dancing out of his mother's womb, but he still practiced every day without fail. You look at dudes like Tyler, the Creator, and he's always in the studio, always on to the next thing, always coming up with a new fragrance or a new fashion line. Like, this dude never stops moving, and that's always really inspired me. My whole life, I was taught that to be a true creative, you had to be obsessed. But recently, after reading The Creative Act, I learned that there is an art to letting go. I'm on my 4th read of this book now, and I feel like every time I pick it up, I find a new quote that really hits me right here. The latest quote that stuck out to me was pretty much saying, "No one piece of work can define you as an artist." And reading that just took a weight right off my shoulders, because I feel like that's why I didn't put all of my songs out, because I felt like they didn't represent who I was as a person or what I'm trying to offer as an artist. A lot of these songs just stay bits and pieces. Like, I'd write a good chorus here, or I'd write a cool couple verses over here, but they'd never go anywhere because I feel like I didn't know what I was trying to say. I would often get stuck analyzing a track and understanding its purpose and meaning while I was making it. But in The Creative Act, Rick Rubin often talks about creating without judgment, just letting a piece come out of you and then analyzing it afterwards. Here's a really good piece of advice that I think will stick with you. The best we can hope for when we set out to create something is to learn a little bit more about ourselves and to make our best offering to the world. You will write more songs, you will make more beats, you'll come up with new chord progressions, new drum patterns, new more introspective lyrics. What really helped me is forming an abundance mindset. Not feeling like every work has to be my magnum opus, and just creating freely. It'll all come to you if you stop trying to force creativity to happen and just let it flow through you. And just one final thought. Don't take it too seriously. A finished rough draft of a full song is way better than a really polished hook that never goes anywhere. The best music is the music that gets released. Think of all the amazing artists out there. The next Michael Jackson, the next Beyonce, the next whoever you can think of is out there, but they never make it because they're too afraid to share their art. So don't let that be you. Put out that song, dig into your hard drive, and put out those beats that you made during quarantine. It's not too late. Doesn't matter how much time has passed. It doesn't matter if you're not in that same headspace you were when you first made it. Just create great work. If anything, it's not the worst thing, because there is some merit into creating with detachment. Being able to look at a song with objective eyes and just trying to make it the best it can be. Not everything has to be made with a burst of inspiration and passion. So to wrap up, here are 3 tips that really help me when I'm stuck. Number 1, take a step back. I feel like we often get too focused in and get too close to a project, so we're biased when we're making it. So I often will just take a 15-minute break, refresh my ears, do something else. And when I come back, I just see things in a new light, and I feel like it's just way easier. I can come at things at a different angle. Number 2, get inspired. It's kind of similar to tip 1, but when you're taking your break, do something you love. Watch a TV show, listen to your favorite music, go for a run, chat with a friend, and get inspired. Do something that fills you with joy, that motivates you to create great art. And when you come back to your work, you're gonna be way more motivated and have way more energy to finish that song. Number 3 is the hardest, and I honestly hate doing it, but it's to push through. I can see why it's really helpful though. Just write down whatever comes to your head. Don't think about it. Because I feel like as artists, we're often way too critical of our work while we're making it. So try just freely creating, let your mind wander. And when it comes to mixing, if it sounds good, it is good. The general audience isn't gonna realize that there's a 1K boost on that one background vocal. Don't tweak things that only you are gonna notice. Well, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. Leave a like if you liked it. Comment what you want me to talk about next. And subscribe to follow me on my journey of trying to be a full-time music producer. All right, thanks.